What's up, ladies and gents? This is Channel 1, your host, and welcome back to another video for Elite Dangerous. So, previously you guys saw me do the suit operative tutorial. That is the tutorial that plays when you have Elite Dangerous Odyssey. So that is something that just came out, pretty brand new. Showed it off to you guys, got to do like a little quick mission there. Some good positive feedback on that. Really enjoying the missions that you can do on the ground with your space legs. Really fun. But I don't think I've ever showed off the actual pilot tutorial for Elite Dangerous, and I wanted to do that in this video specifically. So there are two main tutorials. One is the pilot tutorial, one is the operative tutorial. There's also training simulations, which allow you to go through those two and then go over basic flight, mining, combat, docking, ship launches, I mean, things like that, as well as your challenge scenarios, which mainly go into combat between the different levels of incursions you can get into, you know, Elite being one of the best and mostly Harmless being one of the easiest to do. So lots of really cool tutorials in Elite Dangerous, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't picked this game up, you just need to. It's really that fun. So we're going to go through here and play the ship pilot tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and it's go time. Don't forget to leave a like. Helps the channel out so we can continue to grow.
Welcome to Morton Dock. Make yourself comfortable while we finish some preliminary ship checks. My name's Theo Acosta, and I'll be running your Pilots Federation evaluation. Most pilots assigned to me earn their license, so as long as you follow my instructions, you'll be a commander in no time. Oh, and before you ask, I may sound like an Imperial, but I'm actually from an independent system. Today we'll be covering the basics of flight control, combat, and frameshift drive use. This Sidewinder has been installed with a specialized computer that'll take control at certain points. Mostly you'll follow a series of objectives to guide your actions. These are shown in the info panel at the top right of the head-up display. Okay, you're good to go. Select auto launch from the options ahead of you when you're ready.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship release confirmed. Auto launch sequence underway.
The beauty of auto launch is that you can relax and enjoy the view. One of the ways that technology allows us to appreciate the good things in life. Other applicants are departing for their own evaluations, but this isn't a race. Each of the coming stages can be completed at your own pace. Remarkable, isn't it? For so long, humanity gazed up at the stars in wonder. We're not distracted by one of Earth's many wars. And now, we glide between them without a second thought. Ah, here we are. Your first task is to demonstrate basic ship movements. The ship's trajectory is primarily controlled by pitch, yaw, and roll. Perform each of these now. Good. Now increase your throttle to accelerate forwards. Decrease the throttle to resume a stationary position. also be pulled back from 0 to engage reverse thrust. As before, push the throttle in the opposite direction to cease moving. Inputs confirmed. Looks like you've got the hang of individual controls. Let's see if you can put them all together. Your next task is to guide your ship through a series of checkpoints. Head towards the course, following the target's indicator. The course weaves through an orbital structure and is designed for the novice pilot.
So I am using a mouse and keyboard. I do have HOTAS as well, but as you can see, I want to show off that you can easily use mouse and keyboard.
Fly through the center of the first checkpoint. You'll notice that they change color as you fly through them.
If you stay in the blue, that's your optimal line of being able to maneuver your ship. So the more you're up, the less you will be able to like rotate or turn.
And we're off. There's no time limit, so maintain a comfortable speed while you familiarize yourself with the controls.
Still to this day, even though this game is 7 years old, it's so beautiful.
Rolling and pitching together is the most efficient way of turning rapidly. It's good practice to consider the angle and speed of your approach. See the blue marker beside the throttle gauge? This indicates the optimum turning speed.
Oops. I was actually trying to look around, but you can't look around right now for some reason. They locked it off.
To prevent any mishaps.
Normally you can look around, but you'll notice that if you're used to playing action combat games, space combat games, you're not going to be able to turn on a dime like you would in those types of games. So you need to prepare yourself for that. And once you get boost available, that's going to help you turn a lot better as well. But you're going to notice that you're just moving, you're turning, and you're doing all that stuff a lot slower than you're used to. So it definitely feels, I guess, I wouldn't call it realistic, because obviously it's impossible to realistic, because there's no true space flight like this.
Speed, but use it wisely.
But this is how I feel the game would be, or life would be, you know, maybe in the future, possibly. It'd be a little bit harder to turn your ship because of how momentum,
That's the last checkpoint.
you know?
The Sidewinder is an agile craft, and you handled it well. A new icon has appeared on the sensor display in the center of your dashboard. This represents a nearby beacon, which you'll soon scan as part of your evaluation. Target the beacon before we continue. You're going to use your ship's data link scanner to analyze the beacon, but you need to deploy hardpoints first. Good. Most external modules are installed on hardpoints, including weapons. Control is back with you. The beacon is relatively small, so you'll need to position yourself close to it. Watch your speed here. We intend to scan the object, not become one with it.
I love that. It's just too much fun. Alright, so we just need to get close enough to scan it. Simple enough. Now, as you can see, we are a little bit too far away, so you have to be within a certain amount of distance in order to actually get the scanning to work the way that you want it to. Again, you can just press X to bring yourself back down in your throttle.
Well done. The data link scanner is a versatile tool that connects with network interfaces and various data points. You need to move to another area of this star system to continue your assessment, pilot. Rather than travel for the next year using your thrusters, you can employ the ship's frameshift drive to increase your speed by a few orders of magnitude. First, ensure that the ship is correctly secured. Your landing gear, cargo scoop, and hardpoints must all be retracted. When you're ready, throttle up and engage Supercruise.
Frameshift drive charging.
You can set different voices for your ship as well. There's a lot of customization that you can do in this game.
All readouts look good. You're now accelerating towards a velocity comparative to the speed of light, measured in C. Supercruise is used to navigate within a star system, allowing you to cover significant distances in minutes. Usually you'll retain control in Supercruise, but on this occasion your ship's computer is following a preset path. This is a good time to familiarize yourself with a couple of the cockpit panels available to you. In the top left of your HUD is the comms panel, which displays pilot communications and contacts across several channels. The top right, that's your info panel. Entries here mostly relate to your ship's status, computer messages, and events happening around you. Ah, there we go. Welcome to Lightspeed. Watch the distance and speed markers on the dashboard. These are used to help you accurately disengage at your destination. Your next lesson will introduce the basics of combat. Several static and mobile targets will be provided around a decommissioned megaship. We'll also cover some situational information about weaponry and target tracking. And yes, you'll get to shoot those weapons you saw earlier.
Playing this in VR, which I used to do a few years back, some of you may have watched those streams, is just the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life, I'm telling you.
Gravitational effect on the FSD, reducing your ship's speed. The closer the body, the greater the effect. Frameshift drive is disengaged. Welcome to the combat zone. Before you start shooting, however, try analyzing the megaship with a data link scanner. Well done. It's often worth scanning objects you're unfamiliar with to learn more about them. Next, you need to activate your weapons by cycling to a different fire group. You'll notice that your weapons are now listed on your HUD. Fire groups allow you to manage your hardpoints efficiently. Let's begin the combat evaluation. Destroy several of the canisters. Thrusters are particularly useful for navigating around large structures. Why not give them a try? Your cannon will automatically reload until the ammunition supply runs out. Meanwhile, your laser will fire. Quota achieved. Let's dial up the challenge a notch, shall we? An unmanned craft has arrived nearby. These drones are used by the Pilots Federation as target practice, and they're quite harmless. To continue, bring the craft into your sights and open fire.
Target destroyed.
Nice work. You may have noticed that multi-cannons are effective against unshielded targets. Another craft has arrived. This one is fitted with a shield generator. Helpfully, your burst laser is a thermal weapon, which excels at stripping away a target's shields.
So if you look, the shields are on the left side of the center of the screen. You can see down to 5%, 0. Now we go in with the cannon. And we can take... Actually, you can go with both the cannon and that at the same point whenever you're reloading with your multi-cannons. So you can see if you expect yourself to be a very, very good nimble turner, it's just not going to happen in this game. It's not meant for that.
Consider me impressed. Your final target has dropped into the area. This time your opponent will fight back, but its damage capability has been greatly reduced. Your target will not react until it registers shield damage. Engage when ready.
See, he will not react to us until we actually fire upon him. So here we go. So we get his shields all the way down, almost 17%. Now we go in with the cannons. And you can also, again, still do a little bit of shield as well. And try to maneuver yourself to where you've got him in your sights. Use a bit of both, because it takes them down even quicker.
Target destroyed.
That was the last target. Even if you're planning on a peaceful career, understanding the basics of combat is vital for a pilot's long-term survival. For advanced combat information, you should refer to the Pilot's Handbook, which we'll cover in more detail soon. The next step of your evaluation involves a hyperspace jump to a neighboring star system. On this occasion, your ship's computer has selected your destination for you. We'll cover selecting destinations manually soon. The mass lock indicator on the bottom right of the dashboard is active. This means a large object is in close proximity, preventing you from engaging the FSD. To resolve this, throttle up to move a safe distance away from the megaship. The mass lock indicator has gone out. When you are ready to travel light years in seconds, engage the FSD.
Cannot comply.
Now, you'll notice that we can't do it because our hard points are out, so you need to hit U, and now you can do it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Star systems appear trivial. Never let the simplicity distract from the marvel humanity has achieved. Your next stop is Quello Station. This time we'll employ the Supercruise Assist module to guide your approach. Open the external interface panel to your left and select the Navigation tab. Highlight the starport in the location list and then select Supercruise Assist. It's the second option. With the destination selected, throttle up and aim towards your target. The compass to the left of the sensor display will help you orient yourself.
Once it's in blue, that means you can actually go, it's right in front of you. Once it's kind of like a shaded out blue, then, or grayish, I guess, then that means it's behind you, and then you can get the sense of which direction it's in based off of where it is in that circle. It's right in the middle, directly to the left, next to the 36% left side of the heat gauge.
The interface panels either side of your chair. The external panel is primarily used to interact with the galaxy around you. For example, you can access maps, display contracts, and review nearby objects. Meanwhile, the internal panel displays information about you and your ship. You can adjust module functions, check your records, and access the codex, among other things.
You've also got this one, which allows you to disembark, to go into your first-person mode, as well as use your SRV, or if you have a fighter ship.
Great source of help in this regard. It details a variety of professions and how to outfit your ship for them. The handbook also offers advice on various ship functions that aren't covered in this evaluation. You can find the pilot's handbook in the codex, accessible on the home screen via the internal interface panel. The trails moving around you are FSD wakes. Your ship is also emitting one. The position of each correlates with their respective sensor display icons. In a moment, we'll be going through the docking process. This will cover docking permissions and a standard landing pad approach. Just a moment. It seems Supercruise Assist has disengaged. Where were we? Yes. In a moment, we'll be going through the docking process. This will cover... Welcome to Quillo Station. This is the final stretch. You'll dock here shortly, but I'd like you to position your ship near the starport's access corridor first. Starports are the backbone of humanity's operations throughout inhabited space. They provide mission boards, the commodities market, a number of specialized contacts, and various ship facilities. Most pilot business is conducted via the Starport Services interface. I recommend familiarizing yourself with this screen when docked.
Now, when you're in front of planets, you'll always notice that the entrance is going to be directly facing the planet. So that way you don't start on the opposite side of the space station. Always make sure the planet's between you and the
Ease up the
station.
throttle and hold position here. Oh, and try not to block the access corridor. We'll be using the docking computer for this landing. You can always dock manually in future, of course, but practice in a training simulation first. Whichever method you use, all ships must seek docking permission before approaching a landing pad. To request docking permission, open your external interface panel and select the Contacts tab. Then select Quillo Station in the list, followed by Request Docking in the Information panel.
Docking permission authorized. Docking assist has been engaged.
You've been assigned Landing Pad 3. The compass will point towards your designated pad. Ships need to be within 7.5 kilometers of a starport for a docking request to be considered.
All I can say is it's just amazing. I mean, what they've done with this, there are two just really, really amazing space simulation games that we have right now. Obviously, Star Citizen, which isn't finished yet, and Elite Dangerous, which has been done for some time, and they do add more and more, and hopefully they're going to continue to do so. I do plan on doing some more videos for this stuff. You know, I've been doing videos on Elite Dangerous for years, every now and then, but I will continue to do so.
The docking computer will now demonstrate a safe landing procedure. Let's review what it's doing. Landing gear must be deployed. The related dashboard indicator lights up if this has been done.
Landing gear deployed.
In a moment, the sensor display will switch to the Precision Approach display, which helps you accurately set belly down on the landing pad.
Docking procedure complete. Engaging pad restraints. Let's get your ship ready.
Congratulations, Commander. Your evaluation has been successful, and a license is being assigned to you as I speak. We just need to finalize your credentials. Enter the hangar to exit this evaluation.
And you can do so. Everything it's not, nothing is controlled by the mouse. It's all controlled by like W, A, S, and D, and then space is pretty much your enter. So we're going to enter the hangar.
It's time to blaze your own trail across the galaxy. The manner in which you do so is up to you.
There you have it, guys. A very, very simple, you know, simplistic tutorial, but it really does show off some of the things, some of the cool things that you get to do in this game. You know, I messed up a few times, but it's good to show that a little bit. This is not something that you're going to be able to get into very easily and then just be a master pilot. It does take time to get used to it and the way that it does its controls and everything like that, but I assure you that once you take a little time and get into it, you know, there's training videos that you can watch. You click here and it tells you how to do this stuff. It'll play video, it'll open up a separate browser in your computer, and then you're able to watch the training videos. So I definitely highly recommend playing Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen. To me, they're the pinnacle of what we want in our space opera type of games, and I can't wait till you know, we even get more things like this hopefully in the future. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I've been your host, Sinistrano1, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out, bitches.